Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through more fat acceptance cringe compilations. So, let's just get into it.
Fat vanity. Fat vanity is some of the highest magic, and I'm gonna tell you why. I really do mean vanity.
I've heard this audio clip before. It's not good to be vain. Being vain is bad. I don't know why we have to explain this. It's like we're dealing with children all the time. Vanity is a bad thing. Having pride for yourself, taking care of yourself, respecting yourself, that's very important. That is way more important than being vain. Being vain will only make you more narcissistic and egotistical and hyper-defensive around people when you don't need to be. Being vain will give you like a false sense of pride, and it'll make you kind of turn into an asshole. So I don't really recommend being vain for no reason. I don't think you should be vain whether you're skinny or you're fat or you've got a lot of muscle or you're the hottest person in the room. Being vain is bad. Being vain is bad. Respecting yourself is important, but being vain is very bad.
Highest magic, and I'm gonna tell you why. I really do mean vanity.
Calculating how the medical field thinks it's okay to give fat people ED symptoms as medication. I don't know why they're saying this. I know doctors give very bad diet advice a lot of the time. I've been given bad diet advice from doctors. You shouldn't get diet advice usually from a doctor. You should go to a dietitian. They should make a recommendation for you to go to a dietitian. But saying that, doctors, when they say ED symptoms, I don't know if they're just saying when it comes to them prescribing weight loss, that's what this person's saying, or specific unhealthy weight loss ideas. These are two different things, and they're not being specified, so I'm going to give this person the grace on the matter and say that they are saying that the doctor is giving them really bad diet advice. Don't take the advice from the doctor, find some better advice, or talk to an actual, dietitian. They'll give you better weight loss advice. Or go online and actually look at what healthy things you can involve in your diet to just balance out the diet a little bit more and make those healthy baby steps. Like, the reality is, if you are trying to lose weight as an obese person, you don't need to go carnivore or keto or vegan or raw vegan or, paleo or do anything. You don't have to adopt any crazy fad diets. You never have to do Weight Watchers or Slim Fast or anything like that. All you have to do is eat a lot of healthy fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy starches, like sweet potatoes. You can eat things like rice and pasta and stuff like that. The problem is actually eating, in my opinion, the main things that make you obese. Fast food, soda, I don't know about alcohol, it depends. I don't recommend people drink, but I'm just saying I don't know what the connotations with obesity, alcohol, kind of involves itself with being. I think it would depend on the alcoholic beverage, but I don't recommend people drink anyways, so it doesn't matter. If you're actually trying to lose weight though, doing little healthy things like eating the rainbow when it comes to fruits and vegetables, eating more fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, starches, eating healthy things and cutting out the crap, I think that's way more effective than trusting some random advice from even somebody like me online. Research what I say. But I'm just saying, the advice I'm trying to give is probably a little bit more, chill than maybe some bad doctor advice. I mean, I've had doctors in, clinics give me terrible diet advice. So I completely understand and sympathize. But if it's just on the basis of losing weight in general, no. Losing weight in general is not going to make you have any kind of, disordered eating. It's going to be the things that you do to lose weight that entail that kind of, ED mindset. I hate when people use the term ED. It's just eating disorder. It's so annoying. It's I hate when people do it, particularly on YouTube videos, because they want that monetization, but honestly, I'd rather just say it. Anyways, point being made, weight loss is healthy if you feel like you need to lose weight, or if you're medically prescribed to lose weight, or you're informed, hey, you're getting up there with pre-diabetes, diabetes, you might have heart disease in future, you have joint issues, whatever, you should lose some weight. I think that's an important warning sign for you to take and find some information to help yourself and eventually break from that bubble and make a little bit more of a healthy lifestyle change. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I really hope this person does well, and it sucks when you don't get good medical advice. I think we've all been given bad medical advice before. I certainly have. So I can appreciate that. But I'm just saying, don't give up. Keep going. Try and find something better for yourself. Hating having gained so much weight and feeling disgusting. Realizing I have a dad bod. I mean, you don't want to have a dad bod. Even dads don't want to have dad bods. It's good to be healthy, and, I don't feel like you should be ashamed or beat yourself up when you've gained a lot of weight. I think we've all, I've had instances of my life where I've gained stupid amounts of weight, and I've beaten myself up about it as well. It's a question of your character where you think, oh, what's wrong with me? Why do I have no self-control? You feel a lack of pride. You feel encased in shame. But the reality is you can always make a change for the better unless you're dead or severely screwed from the things you've done in the past. There is always redemption. So I would recommend people just like, instead of appealing to futility and being like, hey, I've got a dad bod, instead they probably should just make the change now before it's too late. Because this person is not like immobile looking. This person doesn't even look that bad. I think that they just need to lose a little weight and they'll probably feel a lot better, be a lot healthier, and maybe they'll feel better about themselves mentally. So that's just my opinion. You know, I get it's easy to make a judgment on one's character when it comes to these kinds of things, but I don't know. I just hope this person's doing well because you don't want to beat yourself up, but at the same time, you do want to endeavor for healthy lifestyle changes. So, I don't know, man. That's my opinion.
Get your fucking ass up and work. It's
Fatphobia fitness influencers who have always lived in small bodies.
Seems like nobody wants to work these days.
I don't understand what this person's even talking about. Fatphobia fitness influencers. Like, what the fuck are people talking about? Can you give an actual reference on a person who says something instead of just making this false character? Because I don't know how many people actually do this. Unless it's like V-Shreds or something, because everybody's seen a cringy V-Shreds ad before. But I'm just saying, this is stupid. You know, I get some people don't have that perspective on how difficult it might be to lose weight if they've always lived in small bodies, but honestly, I know a lot of people who live in small bodies have commonly always lived in small bodies, and they're way more hard on themselves than they've ever been on somebody who's overweight or who they give advice to on losing weight. They'll always say something nicer to the fat person or the larger person or the person who's trying to lose weight than to themselves. God, I know some girls who were like, oh, I already am above my calories for the day. I had a Larabar and an apple for breakfast. That was way too much. Like, crazy shit, my people, crazy shit. We've all been in high school before. But also saying that, I know a lot of girls and I've grown up around a lot of women and been exposed to a lot of chicks saying crazy shit about diet and exercise, and even the skinny ones are screwed, so I don't know, man. I think there's this really weird level of body dysmorphia and fat shaming that a lot of, like, really skinny girls will do to themselves more than they'll do to fat people. I must say this, my people, like, we are our own worst critics. We are way more likely to judge ourselves and beat ourselves up more than we are willing to do that to other people because we have more respect for other people than we have for ourselves. And I don't recommend people think that way of themselves, but I'm just saying, with skinny chicks, I've heard some skinny chicks say really bad things about their fatter friends. For some reason, it's actually really common when girls have friends that they shit talk each other. But at the same time, I feel like people beat themselves up way more than they beat up other people, including these fitness influencers or these fat-phobic fitness influencers who probably just want to make money off of the backs of other people, so I wouldn't recommend listening to them either. I don't know. But I think it's kind of stupid, and I think this TikTok's kind of stupid.
These days. You have to...
Bodies that look like this also look like this. Bodies that look like this also look like this. Backs that look like this also look like this. Bodies that look like this also look like this.
I just have to say, it's kind of disappointing. Like, I hope this person's not in a wheelchair exclusively on the basis of their body weight, but I think they probably are. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's really disappointing because I feel like there's this really extreme view that a lot of people who are obese have and on these TikToks. Someone's saying, oops, sorry, I can't make my body look thin at all. I mean, if you want to lose weight, you don't have to become, like, magically thin and be, like, 90 pounds soaking wet or anything like that. You just want to lose weight and be healthy and live a healthy life. And that might mean you going from severely morbidly obese to a bit overweight. You know? It's not about being perfect. It's just about doing healthy things to live a healthier lifestyle. But when I see a person in a wheelchair going, I'm sorry, I can't make myself thin or whatever, you have every ability to lose and gain weight. You do. Every single person on planet Earth, minus maybe like 1% with genetic disorders, disabilities that are very specific, hypothalamic issues, things like that. Outside of that, everybody can lose weight, everybody can gain weight. It's not that hard. Get over it and do it, or don't, and live with yourself. But at the end of the day, you'll probably be dying with yourself too, so I would recommend being careful and taking care of yourself. Like, it's not that deep, dude. But, I don't know, shaking yourself around on camera or sitting around in your wheelchair on camera, I think it's, like, almost shameful. And I feel like this person might not respect themselves very much if they're going, sorry, oops, I can't, when in reality, they can. And I hope they have the power to do it. They know that they can, because it's terrible when you just think that you can't fight it. Like, it's terribly sad. I don't know what this thing is, but let's just go through this. This trend is full of fatphobia, body checking, and ED behavior. Please stop giving the gruesome details of how you lost weight. Okay, some people have terrible weight loss advice and things that they did to lose weight. Trust me, I think that everybody has done something stupid to lose weight. But at the same time, I think people also take an issue when it comes to these, like, you know, fat body positivity people or whatever, fat acceptance people. Sometimes they'll even complain about, oh, I counted calories to lose weight, or I didn't eat, you know, refined sugar to lose weight or anything like that, and they'll think that's even disordered. So, I don't know. Depends on what this person's talking about. But moving on. And stop getting mad when fat liberation activists express their frustrations. I mean, people can express frustration, but liberation doesn't need to be... We're already liberated. We're in the West. We are all liberated in a liberated country, and the fact that somebody who's fat has to complain about that just, it's annoying. It's frustrating for people who aren't fat liberationists, so it's completely subjective. And then it goes on to say, your personal feelings are valid, okay? Everybody's personal feelings are valid, but I don't think they really are, because we have the right to argue with each other nonstop, no matter what our feelings are. Facts over feelings, baby. But whatever. I don't think people should belittle each other is what I'm trying to also say. But remember, TikTok does not exist in a vacuum, and there will always be someone experience fatphobia discrimination. I don't know what this person's exactly trying to say. I'm gonna rework this because the verbiage is off. But remember, TikTok does not always exist in a vacuum, and there will always be someone experiencing fatphobic discrimination on a higher level than you. Here's the thing. People can talk badly about each other for literally everything, get judged for literally anything, and the fact that it might be because you're fat, that's a problem for you. But personally, I don't think that we need to measure each other's oppression and our, like, fat discrimination and how much we need to be liberated and our, like, ableism and all of our problems. We don't have to measure all of our problems all the time. The reality is, everybody has bad shit that they deal with. Everybody in life will face a series of trials and tribulations, judgment from society, and also face really horrible experiences in their lives. But the reality is, we don't need to worry about being liberated. We're in the West, okay? Going on about being liberated as a fat person is like going on about being liberated as, I don't know, anything else. A short person, or a tall person, or fucking, like, I don't know, a fucking brown-haired person or something. You don't need to worry about being liberated. We're in a capitalist society or a socialist society, depending on which country you live in, and we are constantly surrounded with abundance. We can get jobs, we can drink clean water, we can make money, we can buy groceries. You know, we live in places, and sure, we can argue that, oh, everything's expensive nowadays, things are difficult, whatever. And that, oh, this thing's not accessible to me, or whatever. We all have things that we have to deal with in life. But the idea of arguing that in the Western world particularly, we are not liberated as individuals, no matter our body weights, while we are on TikTok complaining about it, is just silly. And I'm calling it out, dude. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous, and we need to rethink the idea that we're oppressed in this world. So this person is complaining that the audio that they're playing is enraging them. And then they also say, stop saying that fat is a bad thing. So let's listen to the audio.
I feel like I'm fat. I'm skinny, but I'm fat.
I mean, they're obviously an overweight individual who's complaining about the audio. Being skinny fat's kind of weird. I would just say it's not being toned, maybe? Not being, like, lean, not being shredded, but being skinny? I don't know. But the reality is, as long as you're healthy, who cares if you're skinny fat? Like, you won't be that skinny fat, but if you got a few extra pounds or a little something to grab, don't worry about it. Not a big dealio. The reality is, you just want to be healthy, and you want to be physically active. Outside of that, don't worry about having a few extra pounds to grab. Most people like it, like I said. And even if they don't like it, you should like yourself because you're doing healthy things and you're not on an extreme end of living. So, I don't know. I think people get way too crazy about things. I think everybody either wants to be a size 0 or is, like, morbidly obese and just appealing to futility, when there's that healthy middle ground that you want to find for yourself. And more on a mental basis at that point. Like, you know, like, falling into a close to healthy weight category is important. But more on a mental basis than anything else, because, you know, you're living a healthy life, you're feeling good about yourself, you should be confident in your body, you should be confident more with the things that you do in life more than your body, but your body can help you get there. It's a vessel for movement. So I'm just saying, my people, I think we overcomplicate these things.
I'd like to take a moment to glorify obesity. Ooh, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm really not into getting naked and getting into lingerie on camera. It's not hot. I have, like, one lingerie series of pictures that I did for my boyfriend when I was with him. I never sent him them because I don't believe in incriminating myself. But, you know, every now and then I would, like, let him see them or something. I don't know. I'm probably the worst fucking date to have. I'm just gonna say this. I'm probably a terrible girlfriend to have because I'm a total fucking tease, to put the diss in your ears. But, like, I'm just saying, my dudes. Yeah, lingerie. Fuck, it's so annoying. I hate lingerie. Fuck that shit. Honestly, fuck that shit. I'd rather, like, either wear what I wear now or wear nothing than try and get into some crazy lingerie because it looks like shit most of the time. And also, I actually broke my lingerie when I wore it the second time. So, I mean, that's probably why I don't really have much of a collage of photos of me looking scantily clad. But whatever, anyways, let's just move on. I'm just being cringe. That actually looks fucking horrifying. The movement of your thighs is like the jaws of a shark. I have to point this out. I don't even know what they're doing motion-wise, and do pardon me doing motions on camera and showing off my men's boxer shorts. I'm just saying, I don't understand what this person's trying to do. Like, I think they're just doing, like, this, and their body weight is so massive that they're actually moving with, like, inertia with their thighs, which is quite psychotic, I have to say. So, you know, it's impressive, but it's also depressive. I don't know, man. I think that when we get to this level of obesity, we should be a little bit more, like, endeavoring for health. But this is probably some kind of fetish content, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh my god, it just never ends, does it? We're just getting naked on camera all the time, aren't we? This is fucking cringe. I'm calling it out. Is this painted on? Like, what are we fucking doing, my dude? I don't like it. Get it away. Get it away. We're not doing this. I'm gonna get, like, fucking struck for nudity.
Let's talk about medical fatphobia. Ignore my eyebrow hole. Today I went to a sleep specialist because I'm pretty sure I'm narcoleptic. And we're going over my medical history, right? No big deal. And this man looks me in the eyes. Mind you, he has my chart. And he says, "So when were you diagnosed with diabetes?" I said, "Sir, I don't have diabetes. I'm just fat." Then, despite him knowing I have an eating disorder, and even though I said no, he puts in a referral for weight loss surgery.
I have to, okay, wait, this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. One, do you have diabetes and that's why he said it? And also, what is narcoleptic? Because all I know about is, like, insomnia. Oh no, my phone. Hello? Hello? Oh no, my phone, I broke it. Oh, we're back. Never mind, we're back. I think I need to get a new phone. This one's starting to break down. But I just need to find out, what is narcoleptic? Is that just, like, weird sleep patterns and stuff? Because I have that. I'll get up at, like, 5 in the morning. Like, I sleep, like, a few hours a night, usually, which is why I always have dark circles under my eyes. Oh! Excessive uncontrolled daytime sleepiness. Could be, like, a sugar crashing issue. Also, the doctor could have been maybe kind of right, because, I'm pretty sure diabetes, type 2 diabetes, not type 1, type 2 diabetes is basically like a level of like insulin resistance. I've heard the theories about it a little bit, like a little bit of a medical theory, where your body's cells can't actually get insulin to interact properly with them, and they become insulin resistant because of the fat buildup in your cells. It's been a really long time since I've looked at this research, so I'll look at it again. But I'm pretty sure the fat builds up in your cells, gums up the cells, the insulin cannot get into those cells, and then the sugar circulates continually in your bloodstream, and blah, 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 and basically, like, you know, you can get, like, a bunch of diabetic issues and you become diabetic. So if the doctor actually found that, hey, you're narcoleptic because you have all these blood sugar issues and you actually have diabetes, that's kind of important. The referral for weight loss, surgery, kind of weird. But the idea of losing weight, you want to be prescribed weight loss if you have diabetes. It's, like, really, really important that you lose weight if you are diabetic. It will be, like, detrimental for your health in the future. Diabetes can kill you. It can make limb loss occur. It can cause you to go blind long term. It's really serious. It's actually a serious, serious concern.
I literally have an uncle who died from that shit. If you don't think that...
And also, with the eating disorder, the disordered eating stuff, that sucks. Definitely, if you have an eating disorder and you also have, like, diabetes and you have to lose weight or you have to get on a healthy eating plan, you definitely want to coordinate with a dietitian or a medical professional in that regard, because obviously you don't want to make the situation worse for yourself, but you can't just not do anything about it or your health is going to go right downhill. So I hope this person's doing all right, but... dude, I don't know. And also, they just said that a relative died from weight loss surgery. You don't have to get weight loss surgery to lose weight. You really don't. It just makes the process potentially easier for some. But a lot of the time, when you're getting referred for weight loss surgery, you still have to lose weight prior to the surgery to shrink your liver, and also to, you know, get into the habit of losing weight before you even get the surgery, because they want to make sure you're committal. But the reality is, you don't have to get the surgery. In fact, a lot of people discourage getting the surgery because they don't think it's very effective long term. Just saying. Lifestyle changes are the #1 key for successful weight loss.
Fat phobia is real, you're not paying attention, you should be angry.
On a medical basis, I can say that, you know, doctors really don't know sometimes what they're talking about, but this doctor seems to be warning you about some concerns that might be, like, very legitimate, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but if the result is that you have diabetes, and that's a medical result, you do want to actually go and get that figured out for yourself and work to get out of that state of physical unwellness, because it'll only get worse from there. Anyways, my people, that was the video. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. So, like, what do you think about, you know, losing weight when you have, disordered issues with eating as an obese person? What do you think you should do? Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, it has been lovely. Slater.